Hoppa.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Now, faking the give. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Al Ratton, catch made. That's Ibuka. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 7. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, it's going to put the finishing touches on. It's 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. It is brought in the end zone. Mason Tipton. Touchdown, Tampa. His 4th TD grab of the season.
And when things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. Pick up of 46 yards.
That was a beautiful route by the tight end there, Mike. He sells the corner, and then once the defensive back bites, he takes it back to the post. That's the open side. That's the big part of the field, and that's a big-time play that puts their offense inside the red zone. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Give up the middle with Swift. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Forced out wide. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked by Benjamin Morrison. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. There's Evans. He's got it.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going up top for Evans. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Chicago.
It's a gain of 20.
They'll put Loveland in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. On the run to the right. This is caught 2. And he's in. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Santos good on the extra point. And the Bears will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They run with the argument. It's Bucky Irving. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Irving, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the 2nd, Buccaneers in possession of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Back 60. Ready? 60, 18, 18. Take off.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans.
It's now 2nd
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tyreek Stevenson.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions, and so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. A throw downfield caught by Burton. A big-time play for the Bears. And even 30 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Got his man at the 6. And the Bears going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Bears. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Santos good on the extra point. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
set up to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. It's second down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Evans. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
18 guard, 18 guard. Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw yet again. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. The rookie from Penn State on target with that one. It leads to a first down. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Release. Motion. Right there, baby.
Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. McLaughlin put it on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. Here's Williams on first and 10. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. High throw, but it's reeled in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one's down the field, but it is incomplete. Colston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He'll find his man, Nicole Hardman. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now the Bucs will take their first time out. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. To the air one more time. This one caught left side by Evans. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Mike Evans, touchdown Buccaneers.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Bears 17. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
the shotgun. It's Williams. Flush to his right. He's going to run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This returnable from the 4. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. They'll put Loveland in motion. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
At the 26. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 4. Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he is going to have a Bears first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these 3rd downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Right side, caught by Burton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Bears.
To throw, it's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He's got Loveland free left side. And he's in! Poston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
The kick is good.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On the set. Here we go. Lightning.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Rubin hit the line. There for the tackle.
Hit the line on the stop. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. Back to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
6-yard gain on the play.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 56 yards.
At the 6-yard line.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd. So good decision. Just throw it away.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal.
Hawk 70. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
They'll run. And this defense standing tall in the red zone. They stop it for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal.
Gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers tie the game at 24.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
Here comes a return from the 3. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Still going. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 78 yards. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and After this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Will swing this out wide to Irving. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. Irving now gets in to start the 4th. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
His throw left side is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cup 19, Cup 19, trap 60, trap 60. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw again. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
8-yard line.
Stephanie. Hogan 19, tracking 60.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tampa. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? We're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? We'll start at the 4. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll put Loveland in motion. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. Has an opening past the 40. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Bears
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. They'll put Loveland in motion. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Moore going in motion. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, I can't really blame him. There was really nowhere to go with the ball. You don't want to start throwing into tight coverage, and he just has to simply throw that one away.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. And he's into the end zone, and they are making it look easy. Roll, Odunze, touchdown Bears. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll set up to throw. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. At 3, third time tonight he's been intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. Oh, he's got a man running with them, and they connect. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 42 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs.
And he'll take it on in. Emeka Ibuka. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
That is hot. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll put Loveland in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And they will finally run him down. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 33 yards.
That's good.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
In motion, it's Odunze. Williams going to give it up on a hot pass. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout at the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Bears first down.
A gain of 15. And the Bears first down.
What is it?
On the give, it's Swift. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So this one, a win for the visitors.